Hey there, I care and you matter. I'm Shannon and welcome to my channel. And today we're going to do a quick Let's Chat video. How did this past week go? Well, first of all, I went and got my hair cut and the lady cut it too short, and I think you can see it on camera at two different levels. So yeah, that's fun. Have you ever been there sitting in the chair and you don't know if you want to cry or let her finish or what to do? Well, I just decided, I told myself, you know what, it's curly hair. Curls can hide a lot. And secondly, if it's too short, well, hey, my husband just lost his job, so this will make the haircut last that much longer, right? So, putting a little spin on it. But everything else has been having this week, honestly, has been centered around identity and my husband's current job shift. Real quick to catch you up to speed if you haven't watched any of my other videos, my husband was recently let go from a job that he's had for 24 years. And to add insult to injury, they have been having him train the team in India to do his job. Yeah, that's right. They took my husband's job and are sending it over to a team in India where they can pay them pennies and having my husband train them. I told my husband, oh gosh, please don't judge me. I said, you are a better person than I am. You have integrity. You're doing your job. I would have been like, are you kidding me? Oh, man. Anywho. So he's been dealing with that, and at the same time, he's a animator slash motion graphics designer. Yeah, it's cool. But he's been going through tons of hard drives and CDs, trying to pick and choose sample work that he's done over the course of 24 years to create an animation portfolio reel, which can only be probably, I think, max 2 minutes. I mean, literally top. Usually you want to get to about minute 40. But he's been trying hard to do that, and I think that's been a difficult journey for him because I don't even know if he knows if that's really what he wants to do anymore. And that's where I'm at. Oh, and I know that that's weird to say at my age. I mean, I'm in menopause, so that gives you a tidbit into I'm in my late 40s, let's just put it that way. And I love my job as a writer. I'm a curriculum writer. And I'm just feeling like there's something else. And if you've followed me for any length of time, you know that I've tried a couple different things. I have a fully completed middle grade fiction novel. And the book is completed. It's gone through 3 different beta readers. It's been edited, and I laid it out, and I did the cover art, and it's ready to go. And my son Nate said, Mom, I don't understand why you're sitting on it. Why don't you just put it up there? Why don't you just see what happens? What harm can come of it? Here's the harm that can come of it. If you put something online, it might as well have eternal life because it's going nowhere. I have a book that I wrote when Nate was 5 years old and he is 19. So that was 14 years ago. And it's called The Complete Idiot's Guide to Stretching Your Dollar. It's still available for sale on Amazon. And I was so excited to get the contract for that book. But as I worked on it, on the manuscript, the editor and my agent essentially wanted to put my name on the book that they wrote. It was not a book that I would write myself. However, it's up there and it forever will be with my name on it. And I don't like that. And I have other books that I've self-published that don't necessarily reflect who I am or where I'm at now. And yeah, I can pull those books I can retire them so that they're no longer for sale. But they're still going to be on Amazon. You're still going to see the cover. You're still going to see the description. And they're still going to have my name on it. And so I'm sitting here on this novel that I wrote. And I'm struggling because for the last couple months, I thought, okay, I'm going to work on self-help. I'm going to do self-help and try and weave my own personal anecdotes and stories into specific self-help tasks, takeaway strategies, because that kind of gets into teaching too. And that honestly is how I work to change my own life. That's another story. Horrible caregiver burnout. Let's just leave it at that for now. But now I'm sitting here thinking, oh, I don't know if I want to do that. So then I gave myself a little opportunity to take a deep breath and think, okay, what is it you want to do? Because here's the thing. We're losing Jason's income. He doesn't have a job. We are solely dependent on my income right now, which is fine. That's fine. I'm not going anywhere in my job. I do like my curriculum writing job. However, I don't want that to be my sole identity, and I have other dreams and aspirations outside of that. So I need to start, I'm feeling incredible anxiety and pressure to treat my dreams and aspirations as a bona fide business, because the dream doesn't work unless you do, right? And part of that is YouTube. Here I am, being honest, being transparent. But I know in my heart I want to be a writer in some way, shape, or form. And I'm struggling with what to write. And it dawned on me, what do I want to do? I want to tell stories. I want to share anecdotes from my own life, but I don't necessarily want to twist them into having to teach something all the time. Does that make sense? But then I think, is there value in just stories for story's sake? I guess, yeah, there's entertainment. But I don't want to pour my energy into something that's just not do anything, not going to be read, not going to be embraced. And I'm not saying I have to be a bestseller. I don't even care about that. But I would like to know that if I poured myself into a project, that some people would want to read it, that some people would get something out of it. Maybe even just respite from their own life and escape. You know what? There's nothing wrong with that. And I've been toying with writing a book, and I already had an idea about what I would write the first chapter on. And the story is, I had never wanted a cupcake more. Because of our youngest son's special needs, profound disabilities, intellectually and physical, we never got to go out on dates because we couldn't leave him with anybody. And the only people we would leave him with would be my in-laws, but they, by their own admission, were too overwhelmed. They felt totally ill-equipped to care for him. So, no dates. So one day my husband, I might cry because it was so sweet. He bussed to and from work. We have one family car that we share, and he always left me with a car because I had the kids and if there was ever an emergency. One day he came home from work and he had snuck 2 gourmet cupcakes home on the bus in his backpack, unsmushed, from this gourmet cupcake shop, like down the street from where he worked. And I was just so touched. And I thought, let's keep these. Let's, save them for ourselves. So while we couldn't why am I getting emotional? While we couldn't leave the house, he found a way for us to have a little getaway. And so we were in our room at night, and we were eating these cupcakes. We had our door shut, and our oldest son, Nate, came to open the door. And what did I do? I had the fork, and I've got part of the cupcake, and I yelled, I'm naked, I'm naked. Why? Because I would rather my son think that Jason and I were getting it on than know that I was eating a cupcake and not sharing with him. That's how desperate I was for some alone adult time, just an escape. Nate didn't buy it. He plowed his way in and he saw what we were doing. And we offered to share, and of course I gave him some of the cupcake, and we all had a good laugh about it. But that's how desperate I've been in the past. So I get how vital, how important an escape, even just a brief respite, can be. So I've got a lot of stories. And so I'm really, because I have the pressure of bringing in income, because we're losing my husband's, I also have this added pressure of making sure that I don't waste my time and energy and effort. And so I'm trying to internalize some of the advice I'm giving to my husband. When you try something out, that energy is not wasted because you're given clarity. And so I'm trying to focus on that and trying to take some of the pressure off of myself. But it is hard, obviously, because we only have one more paycheck coming in from my husband's, and then that's it. We have unemployment, hopefully, that he'll be applying for, but that'll only be a fraction. And so I keep comforting myself, the bills will be paid with your paychecks. We're good, we're safe. Poor Nate was freaking out. He came to me and showed me he took a corner of his room and created a little garden. He started growing food in his room. God bless the boy. He bought seeds with his own money, unbeknownst to me. Sprouted. His arugula is looking great. selfishly, I'm going to be thrilled. I love arugula. So there's that. But it hurt a little bit to know that our stress had kind of overflowed and Nate was picking up on it. Of course, how could he not? He's a smart boy. But smart young man, I should say. He's 19. But I had to tell him, don't freak out. It's okay. We're good. You're not going to starve. None of us are going to starve. His favorite meal is my crock pot pinto beans, which cost $1 to make. So we're all good. But truth be told, I'm not good right now. Because I'm only good if I'm working on a project. I have to be creative in some way, shape, or form. So thank you, by the way, for watching this, because you're giving me a creative outlet. But I know I want to write, and so I'm struggling with that. So if you've watched this far, please give me your opinion. Is there value in just writing stories for story's sakes? Would you read something like that? Or will you only pick up books that have takeaways or strategies? Or do you think that those can be implied in stories themselves? Either way, I would love some perspectives and opinions, because I'm feeling a little alone over here right now. And again, feeling directionless, and that leaves me not feeling great. And I'm just a better person, a happier person when I'm working on a project. And I'm going to try and make a deal with myself. I'm going to give myself a week to breathe, to try things out, and then hopefully come to a conclusion. Hey, if you've liked this video, this authentic, transparent peek into my life, I'd appreciate it if you paid the fee. What's the fee? Please share me. I am trying desperately to grow my channel, to grow this community. I'm not Insta anything, so I don't do a lot of Instagram. I don't do any Instagram. Considering reviving my Facebook page, but I'm not even there much either. I value connection, and that's what this channel will be. I will always be real. I will always be transparent. And if you know somebody else who would also benefit or would enjoy that kind of connection, please share my video, share this link with them. And until next time, thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.